All right, guys, I want to start this video out by saying hope you guys are having an awesome Thanksgiving. And what the hell is going on with this bat portrait? Why the hell? I just Google searched like tier list maker for Overwatch 2 supports, and then this popped up, and then I saw this bat portrait. Like, what the fuck? Why does everyone have a normal portrait and he's out here getting washed? Like, what is this? Not gonna lie, it's kind of sus, but I digress. All right, so let's talk about why I'm making this video, not just like a normal gameplay commentary with like memes all over the place, right? Even though I'm gonna try to sprinkle some memes in here too, right? Recently, I released a series where I did the top 3 tank supports and DPSs in Overwatch. I put them on YouTube Shorts and on TikTok, right? And in the comment section of those videos, a lot of people have been debating and having conversation and also asking me for full tier lists for all the roles as well. And more specifically, the support one's been like going crazy, and a lot of people have been like, what's the full list, and why isn't Lucio top 3s 100% pick rate and owl? And I made those top 3s for like what I believe are the best champs to play in like solo queue. A lot of people have been saying do a full tier list. I was gonna wait for Amatra's release, but I said fuck it, we're gonna do it now. Fuck it, we ball. We're gonna start with support, then we're gonna go to DPS probably in a week, and then we're gonna end with tank when Ramatra actually releases, right? And I get to play the character for a bit. That might be like later in December, right? But because people keep asking about it and what it is, I thought I'd make a video and then just point them to this video and just be like, hey, here's the full tier list. DPS coming later, and so is tank. But I don't want this video to be 37 fucking minutes long. I'm not trying to bore you guys to death, so let's just hop straight into the list and just get this shit on paper, right? But I do want to preface before I add anything onto the list that this isn't like for professional team like 5v5 play, because if not, it would literally just be these two champs, right? Like, because they're 100% pick rate and owl, work really well in a professional team environment, combined with like Reaper, Sojourn, Winston, like literally dominated the owl meta, right? But this is for solo queue. This is my tier list for what I believe the best champions are and give you the highest percentage chances to win in solo queue, in role queue, whatever the hell you want to call it, but not in a full-on like professional team environment. With that being said, let's just hop into the list. We're gonna start with my boy freaking Bap with his beast ass portrait, and obviously you know he's gonna be number 2 on the list because he's number 2 in my top 3, so he's A. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? Super high damage, probably the most damage out of any support in the game. Some people were saying Zenyatta. I think it's debatable. I think they're really close. I don't know, like on paper, the statistically speaking, like which one does the most damage, but he's one of the highest damage dealing supports. Really high consistent heals with his AoE heal as well. Immortality field, which basically stops your team from dying and has a lot of like high level, high tier play with that ability. And then his ultimate, which is like really good for pushes, really good for defensive holds, basically empowers your entire backline to just shred people, right? Like, it's insane. All in all, if I see Bap on my team, I'm jumping for joy. Also, he has the freaking bungee jump when you crouch and you face boots. Next is Kiriko. Do I really need to even... Do I need to say anything? Like, S. She's number 1 on my list. She's number 1 on everyone's list. The champ's fucking broken. We're out here nerfing Genji. We got Kiriko walking around. Like, this is some bullshit, right? Like, we got Kiriko and Sojourn walking around. I'm literally just not even gonna... I'm not even gonna meme. If I could put another tier in between these two guys to space it out, that's how big of a gap Kiriko is to everyone else, right? Character's broken. But since this is a tier list and there might be some people who don't play the game or don't know that much about the game and want to know why she's so broken, her kunai is basically 2-tap people to the head, the squishies. You can like literally walk up and just double dink someone and just clap them. Jump ability is insane because she literally can get anywhere across the map. The teammate, she can be part of the backline dives with a Winston, with a Diva, healing constantly. She has really good heals. Her grenade is, that ability is stupid. It can literally stop people from being sleep dart from Ana. It can stop like Rhine charges from killing you. It can stop you from dying to like Diva bombs and Junkrat tires. It's insane. And then last, her ultimate is basically like an AoE buff to the entire team that she can just use to push down lanes, right? She's just like, all right, we're on Esperanza or Coliseo, and there's like a big lane here. We need to push the point. Okay, let the Kitsune, and you just run it down and you just clap everyone. It gives everyone CDR. It's crazy. All in all, just like the most busted character in the game behind Sojourn. I think Sojourn's probably still the most busted, but it's like Sojourn, Kiriko. Don't know why the fuck they nerfed Genji. It's facts! Different tangent, but we keep going. Let's move on to the next one. Next, we got my girl Mercy. I'm not gonna lie, she's kind of mid.
Daddy, chill.
She might be like the middle tier support in the game. Like, I'm not upset if I see her on my team, but like I want someone else usually, unless there's like a pharmacy echo type of thing where she can be with them, damage boosting them. And the character does have a lot of finesse, like knowing when to heal, when to damage boost, when to even switch to pistol, you know, because there are points in time where switching to pistol is useful and putting down some beats, right? Like, how to move around the map well with her like shift ability to let you like follow through with people and fly over them and stuff like that. Good ultimate usage. Like it's a character that requires a lot of skill, but just in general, I feel like her kit, there's just characters that do what she does, if that makes sense, but better, right? Like she's just like a middle of the pack character that isn't bad, but isn't really like amazing at anything. She does have a res, which is great, but I would say she's B. Like I think she's probably like the middle of the pack. Next is my boy Lucio, and this is where the big controversy comes in, because they think he's like here, right? Or maybe even potentially here. Whoever thinks he's here, you're smoking dope. He is not even anywhere near here we go. But some people are thinking here, which is debatable, right? I think in a professional environment where there's a lot of team synergy and people have like good communication and all that sort of stuff, he's there. But in solo queue, my boy's there.
No, God, please, no, no.
Like, like in solo queue, I still think he's an A tier, and I'm not upset if I see him. But I know the character can't be fully utilized unless you have a good team that have like good strats and stuff like that in a professional environment. Like you're not gonna get the full juice, but he's still good. Obviously, he's got the speed him up. He's got the healing AoE. He can actually drop decent amount of damage as well. His beat drop, his ultimate, fantastic, right? He's top 4 support, period. Not even debate. He's in the A category solidly. But I just don't think he's better than Bap in a solo queue environment. Next, we got my girl Brigitte. Brigitte Spaghetti. I don't know, man. I feel like she doesn't have a place in the current meta. Like she does work in dive comps, right? Obviously, because that's what she does. She dives the back line and you kind of just work with your tank and AoE heal while you're hitting and drop your heals and stuff like that. But I just think since the game's gone to 5v5 and she's gotten nerfed here and there and the champ just isn't what she used to be. And with the way the game works now and the meta and what champs are very powerful, she just doesn't, I don't know, she just doesn't fit. Or I just feel like there's characters that does what she does again, but better. Same thing with Mercy. But I do think she's worse than Mercy. I think she's C. Obviously, she has her 3 heals. She has her AoE heal. Rally is great, but there's just characters that can do everything she does, but better, right? Put more damage, do more heals, empower the team to be better. The stuff like it, just characters do it, but better, right? So she's C. I just think she just doesn't have a place in the current meta. Next is my current favorite support in Odin. She's like the character I've been playing the most in Overwatch 2 as a support, and I just love playing her, and that's Ana. She goes in front of Lucio, behind Bap though. She's my number 3 on the list for those who watch the TikTok and the short, right? She was number 3, and a lot of people were like, Ana's number 3. First of all, in solo queue, Ana's insane. Sleep dart literally says, hey Genji, you're blading, go to sleep. Hey, I don't know, Sojourn, you're ulting, go to sleep. Hey Soldier, you're ulting, go to sleep. Like, sleep dart's insane, right? Then she has her grenade, which can burst heal your team, but also anti the enemy team that has like, if you see the health gap difference between like a nade, a non-nade is insane, right? If you position it properly and know how to use it, you can heal your team while also stopping them from healing their team. So that's super impactful. It's a massive like health shift in the game. Her grenade's insane, sleep dart's insane, and then Nano just combos with pretty much any character. You're like, oh, Orisa, you're about to dive in? Nano. Oh, Soldier, you're about to visor? Nano. Oh, Genji, you're about to blade? Nano. Like, McCree, you're popping off? Nano. Ashe, Nano. Like, it's just a very powerful skill that can be used on pretty much any character, right? So, with that being said, that's why I think she's better in a solo queue environment. And I keep saying solo queue environment because that is an important statement. This list is for that. She is number 3 on the list. And next we got my boy Zenyatta. And this one's a little bit difficult because I'm looking at him and I'm thinking like, is he A or is he B? I know he's better than Mercy, but is he in this echelon? I don't think he is. I think he's a B. I think he's in B. I think he's better than Mercy. He's like top of B, like B plus. Can I make a B plus? I think he's like just like right there, right? The thing is, I just feel like he's a worse version of Bap. And people are like, what do you mean a worse version of Bap? Bap does more damage. He probably has a bit more burst damage, obviously, because you can like charge up the grenades and the balls and just blam. You know what I mean? You just literally insta-tap somebody. but Bap is dropping more constant DPS than him. He's obviously healing more than him, like, because Zenyatta's orbs, like his heal orb ain't doing that much. But the one thing that Zenyatta has, he has Discord, which I think, this can be a debate in the comments, is the single most impactful skill in Overwatch.
What?
Debate me. I don't think there's anything more impactful as a single skill than Discord orb. It's actually insane. But with that being said, Trance is great, but I just think he's just like a worse version of Bap in my opinion. Bap just does what he does, but better, right? Like, I just feel like he does it better and more consistent, and that's why I think he's a B tier. But I would, if I see a Zen on my team, I'm not upset, right? I start to get upset here. A little bit Mercy, unless there's like a fair combo or like some sort of combo, because I just feel like the character, there's people who do it better, right? But I don't get upset if I see a Zen. I wish they're a Bap, right? But like, Zen's got his spot. He's a finessey champ, you know what I'm saying? But I think he's B. Last we got Moira, and this one hurts my soul, guys. This one legitimately hurts my soul, because she's the first character, like, I jumped my plateau, right? Because I used to be stuck like plat. And then Moira came out, and I got diamond instantaneously. And then I almost got masters, actually. Then I stopped playing the game because, like, I was just like, this game is dog shit. This is back before like roll queue existed. Like, they released Brig and I was like, this game is ass. I am not playing this game any fucking more. I didn't like goats, I didn't like any of that stuff, so I stopped playing the game. So Moira will always have like a special place in my heart, but this character, on God, is hog shit. She's really good in low elo, right? If you're in bronze, if you're in silver, even in gold, you'll beat the shit out of people playing Moira. Because like, you can just dive the backline and clap their shit, right? You can just dive the backline. Oh, hello, Ana, who's gonna miss sleep dart and miss grenade. I'll kill you because I don't need to aim. I don't need to do anything skillful. I just suck you off and throw another damage orb. And don't get me wrong, in the low elo, she's really good. But as soon as you start going up in rank, she starts to become very difficult to play. And she just isn't fit for the meta. Not a good team player. And she's really just like a stat. Like, she just pads stats, honestly. And I just don't think she's what she used to be. She doesn't fit the meta, and that's why I think she is the worst support in the game. Oh, that hurts me to say. Yes, she is the worst support. All right, guys, I wanted to like reevaluate the list, but as I'm looking at it, I think this is my list. I'm not gonna change anything. You guys in the comments down below, ring in, let me know what you think. Talk about that Discord orb. Just get involved, right? But I think this is the go-to list, in my opinion. I think this is definitive list for solo queue, by the way, not for a competitive 5v5 team, professional, scrim everyday environment, but for just solo queue. Like, if I'm going to try to rank up, I'm gonna play one of those top 4 characters. I'm not gonna pick one of those bottom 4 because they're just not the one. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys are having an awesome Thanksgiving again. I love you all. Back to normally scheduled uploads. Funny gameplay commentary tomorrow. I don't know how long I've been rambling, but peace.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me. You can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky. Come get high with me. That's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me. You can slide with me.